Welcome, you guys. This is Eric Vaughn. Happy New Year coming up. Happy holidays. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. All the different holidays. You guys out there in the world, I want to wish you guys peace. And I want to wish you guys a very prosperous 2019 as I'm doing this video in December the 28th. And I wanted to say welcome from the Family Cash Machine. I'm Eric Vaughn. And this is going to be a very interesting year when it comes to money this year because things are kind of tightening up. And just wanted to do a brief video here and talk to you guys about money. And I'm noticing that, you know, people are kind of uncomfortable talking about money. And I spoke to, I read a book called Money Master the Game by Anthony Robbins. And he opens up the book talking about that. And I'm noticing that as I'm now teaching money more. Of course, you guys know my background. I traded Chicago Mercantile Exchange, basically currencies. I traded Japanese yen, Swiss francs, Deutschmarks, and the euro before it crashed, and they kind of bought it back and bought it back stronger with more European countries together, and it's still going today. And I traded all those different currencies at a time when I really didn't understand money like I do now, as far as the root of money and what the whole different arguments about money is, coming from a what they may call an Austrian financial mindset or methodology versus a Keynesian mindset, which is more like the Federal Reserve, central banks, IMF, all these different bankers who find ways to manipulate money. And it's not really money. They manipulate finance to make you think it's money. And that's why in the Family Cash Machine, we're teaching you guys the difference between money and currency. It's a huge difference. But it's so hard sometimes to talk to people about money because people are either tremendously secretive about money or they don't feel adequate enough to talk about money. And if you start talking about different things and interest rates, and they get uncomfortable because they feel like, oh, I'm not smart enough to know money. But quite the contrary. You guys are very smart, and money is so simple. It's just people with the Keynesian mindset, like Bernanke and the Federal Reserve and bankers and financial people. They make it sound so complicated. It's very simple. If you guys know how to add and subtract, it's just that simple. And I can basically walk you guys through some very simple things to understand money. And it's a reason why we got to talk about money in 2019. We're entering this year on a bad note. The stock market has plummeted over the last year. All of the benefits and all the income that was earned in 2018 was lost in the last couple of months of the stock market. Most people who invested in stocks and made some money last year, most of them lost it all in the stock market. And there were people looking at me in the cryptocurrency space and saying, hey, why are you still in cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrency is down. Well, guess what? Towards the end of the year, it started going back up as the stock market started to fall, because the cryptocurrency and Bitcoin is not connected to the economy in that way. It doesn't have anything to do with interest rates. It doesn't have anything to do with gross domestic product or all the different things that affect the dollar. It doesn't affect Bitcoin. Now, why am I saying all of this stuff? I'm saying this stuff because simply we're going to have to be comfortable learning about money, because a lot of you guys have read these deep state books and these books on the New World Order. All of that stuff is true. All of that stuff is actually happening. And if you read a book called The Pale Horse, Behold the Pale Horse, I read that back in 91. And a lot of things that William Cooper wrote in that book are actually coming true now. So there's actually some kind of plan here, okay? Now, as I'm reading more about the SDR, which is this new currency they're going to bring into existence, the IMF, as I read more about that, I'm noticing that this stuff was planned back in 1969, the SDR. All this stuff was planned 50 years ago. And so this is not a coincidence So my point is, you're gonna have to learn what we're teaching on the Family Cash Machine, because we're here to teach the people. We're here to teach you guys more about money. So take the cryptocurrency courses. It's not just about cryptocurrency, it's also about money. Because we realize that people don't really understand about money, so we make it simple. All of the different complex things that you guys hear, we make it so simple for you to understand. And then once you understand the plan and what's happening and where they're taking us, then you will be in a position to capitalize on things right now of value, like cryptocurrency, like Bitcoin, like Ethereum, like maybe create your own coin, like maybe buy some gold, buy some silver. All of these different things we're going to teach you how to do. So when the US dollar starts to lose value, well, I'm not going to say start, it has already started losing value. When it loses more value and ends up like the peso, some people are out there saying, oh, the dollar is going to always have value. That's because you don't know what gave it value, what gives it value. And those different factors that give the United States dollar value are diminishing as we speak right now. So this is going to be a very challenging year for a lot of people. But it's also going to be a very beneficial year for a lot of people. Now, what's going to determine if you benefit or if it's to your detriment? What's going to determine that is your knowledge. What you know or what you don't know. So what we're doing this year is committing ourselves to teaching people more about what's going on with this whole new direction that the global economy is taking. It's not really new. Like I said, this stuff has been planned years in advance. But you can't really stop it. It's unstoppable, okay? Because the whole world is caught up in this thing. It's the matrix. It's the money matrix. But what you can do is learn, study, earn some money with the Family Cash Machine, as we now have set up different ways for you guys to make money with us, and learn at the same time so you can avoid disaster and you can actually position your family to where when this thing starts to crash, you're okay. Save yourself. That's basically what it's about. Save yourself and save your family. So that's what 2019 is about. It's about learning. It's about understanding where the global economy is going and their diabolical schemes and plans of what they're doing. It's not me telling you this. It's in several books. It's in several different economists' lips right now. They're telling you guys what's going on. So many different economists now are telling you guys what's going to happen. Now, just to share something with you guys, when the stock market crashed last week, well, not really a week, I think it was Christmas Eve was the worst Christmas Eve ever in the history of the stock market, okay? So they lost, I think, about 1,000 points or something. Then they lost the day before that, I believe 600 points. So it was a huge loss over that whole week. And that came the day after the Federal Reserve raised interest rates. Now, you see how this stuff all works together? They raise interest rates, stock markets crash. Now, the next following day, I think it was the day after Christmas, the stock market showed a 1,000-point jump. But what happened was there was actually a liquidation of pensions from some banks that went through that whole stock market that created this perception that things were going up, when in actuality we're actually in a depression, in accord to the definition of depression. Okay, now for a recession, all you need to have is basically 2 quarters of a low of a certain market at a certain low. I think it's under a certain percentage, like 3% or something. So a depression is basically the market being depressed and appreciation not allowing to flourish for a period of time. And I think that is exceeded itself. We've been in a depression the last 10 years, basically, and they're not really telling you guys that. But a lot of people are feeling that, and now you're going to feel it even more as they're announcing all of these layoffs for next year. More and more layoffs are coming. Thousands of layoffs are coming. Okay, so we're in a bad time, a very bad time. So you got to get comfortable talking about money. Don't run away when we start talking about money. You guys learn money. Come to the Family Cash Machine. We'll teach you guys from the smallest level. We have free class. We have an $85 class. We have a $300 class. We have a $700 class. So you could learn at your own pace. You could do it at home. It's an online course. You know, you could do it at your own on your phone when you're waiting in line at the dentist, when you're at the hair appointment, when you get your nails done. You know, you can do it when you're in the passenger seat in carpool. You can do it at your own pace. And no one has to know what you don't know. By the time you study the classes, now you know. And not only will you know, we're going to put you in a position to make money and to capitalize and benefit from this unique time that we're in, because whenever there's misfortune, there's also fortune. So, you know, it just all depends on what side of the coin you're looking at and what you know or what you don't know. So, again, we're not just teaching you guys what's coming to be afraid. Oh my God, it's gonna be a new world order. This is not what we're teaching you guys this for, because some of the things that they're planning nonetheless are very diabolical, no question about it. But to know, to come into the knowledge of knowing what's happening and what they're doing, it puts you in a position to maneuver and strategize for your family and to capitalize. Yes, you can actually capitalize off of the future that is very depressive about the economy in America. You can actually capitalize off of that. And this is why we're calling this one of the greatest exchanges of wealth ever in the history of the world. Could you imagine if you were able to purchase cryptocurrencies, which you can, Bitcoin, and even our coin? We have the Fam Cash coin. Yay, we got our own coin now. The Fam Cash coin. It's a decentralized coin on the ERC20 standard, proof of stake standard token. Okay? It's on the and so it's on the Ethereum blockchain, which eventually we're gonna have our own blockchain once we go through some certain things. We're gonna flip it and change it. But my point is, if you have something not attached to this economy like gold or silver or cryptocurrencies, and let's say because there's only a set number of cryptocurrencies, it's not like the US dollar or any fiat currency they can just print. There's an actual algorithm. There's an actually set number of Fam Cash coins. We got over 600 million of them. That's it. There's billions of people in the world, and there's hundreds of trillions of dollars in derivatives alone. That's just debt. Okay? Not counting the 21 trillion of US debt, not counting all the debt around the world. Okay? So we have our own token. Let's say you were sitting on gold or silver at the time. Let's say the token that you were holding, say Fam Cash token, was 10 cent value. And then all of a sudden the economy's crash and the value of that token shoots up to $100. You made a lot of money, but you also stored your value. See, this is the problem with the dollar. It's losing value. So let's say you work for 30 years and you have 100,000 sitting in the bank. Well, guess what? That 100,000, as the economy is losing value, and when we go into hyperinflation, meaning things are going to get higher and higher and higher and higher to buy, the dollar value is going to be lower and lower and lower. So your 100,000 now is only worth 10,000 in spending value. Why do that? Why leave your value in something that's losing value? So what we're teaching you is how to use this knowledge to put yourself in a position. And also, we have some income earning ways in our business, in the Family Cash Machine, for you to actually be earning some money now. And so as you're earning money, we're teaching you what to do with it, and we're teaching you the problem of the old system. And we're helping you to put your money in things that's going to appreciate in value. So when the economy crash, your 100,000 is now worth $1 million. Wow. But it's not really that your 100,000 is worth $1 million. Even though it's worth $1 million, it's the fact that you didn't lose the value with the rest of the US dollars. That's what we're teaching you guys. It's imperative that you learn this, because guess what? It doesn't matter if you listen to me or not. It doesn't matter if you learn this or not. It doesn't matter. This stuff is going to happen. So why not learn it because it's coming. Don't bury your head in the sand like an ostrich, because it's not going to make it go away. This stuff is happening. The US dollar time is up. Not just the US dollar. I'm not just, blasting the US dollar. All the currencies around the world are on the same system that doesn't work. It worked for as long as it could. They lied as long as they could. They covered it as long as they could. They extended debt as long as they could. Now it has built up so much energy, it's ready to explode in a negative way. And we're seeing little bits of the explosion now. So I don't want you guys to get caught up. I don't want my people to get caught up. I don't want average people to get caught up and just sit there and do nothing and say, oh, they're going to fix it. What if they can't fix it? Are you and your babies going to suffer because you didn't do anything when you have a chance, an opportunity to use this to position yourselves so when it does crash, guess what? You get wealthier and wealthier and wealthier, because unfortunately, a lot of people are going to have a currency that has lost a lot of value. You're going to have something that's gained a lot of value. So guess what? You're going to have a lot of opportunity to even amass more wealth, because now you're the man or you're the woman. You're in position to capitalize. Not that I'm saying take advantage of people, but you're going to actually be helping people, because they're not going to be able to eat their car or eat certain jewelry, but you'll be in a position to benefit off of that, and they'll be appreciative that you are able to help them liquidate things, okay, and get them access to something immediately that they could use to leverage for food, clothing, shelter, or whatever. But again, you're going to amass even more wealth at that time. You're going to amass wealth as the flippening change, and the dollar goes down and you guys are sitting on gold, silver, and cryptocurrencies. You're going to make a lot of money, because now that gold is going to go from, $1,200 an ounce to $50,000 an ounce. That cryptocurrency that you're sitting on, that Bitcoin, might go from, $4,000 to a Bitcoin to $100,000 per Bitcoin. So you're going to overnight, boom, just explode. But then even from there, like I said, now you're in a position to leverage your value to extract more value. And that's why I'm calling this one of the greatest exchanges of wealth ever in the history of the world. Don't miss it. Don't get steamrolled over by what's happening. Do not avoid it. Do not, not pay attention to it, because that's why I'm doing these videos. So you guys could pay attention, come aboard, do what you need to do. Learn this. It's happening right before your eyes. And if you guys don't want to take my word for it, hey, I get my blessings because I did what I had to do to give you the knowledge. I put it out there. I warned you. I talked to you. I opened up a school for you. I did everything I could. But at the same time, it's up to you to take advantage of that. It's not my job to make you look out for your family and yourself. My job is just to put it out there, and I'm not responsible for what you do with it. I'm only responsible for making it available. So that's what we're doing with the Family Cap Machine. It's a great ride we're on. We're having a lot of fun. It's not all serious, and some of it is just laugh and jokes. We're getting ready to travel this year, do a lot of different things. We've got a lot of different people in other countries that want to hear us. And it's just sad to me that my people here in this country, they don't really appreciate knowledge. They appreciate some of the things in life that are entertaining, but we're not really, absorbing this, when there's other people from other countries that are trying to pull me there right now to talk to their people, and they're excited about this. They want me to come, touch me, talk to me, but my own right here in this country, they don't see the value in what we're doing. And that's really my concern, is I want to make sure we don't miss out, because these other countries that are third world countries, when this thing crashes, they're already used to their dollar not being the dominant dollar in the world. They're already used to. It's not going to be a huge change in their countries. But here, where you guys are used to being spoiled and used to having a strong dollar and a strong economy, you're going to feel the reverberating effect more than anyone else. Okay? So with that, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign out. This is Eric Vaughn. Again, Happy New Year. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. And I think today is Ujima, collective corporation, collective corporation. So this is what today is about in the Kwanzaa world, and that's what we're doing collectively, working together. And I think tomorrow's collective economics. Ujima, tomorrow's Ujama, yes. And then, again, this is just a week that after Christmas, usually I just kind of relax, don't do too much, and wait till after the new year. I set my goals, my ambitions, which I did that on Christmas, actually. Actually, the last 4 months, myself, my team, my programmers, my business partners, we've all been projecting for the next year of teaching more people, training more people, helping more people to make money, helping more people to learn about wealth, learn about how to, create wealth and how to avoid the plans that they have for you guys for the next coming year. So with that, you guys, I'm going to sign out. This is Eric Vine of the Family Cash Machine. Sign up right now. Like this video. Sign up for the Family Cash Machine free class. We do have a free class. There's only 3 classes. We'll send you a free ebook. Hey, man, we're doing everything we can to get you guys aboard one of the greatest exchanges of wealth in history and to position yourselves so you don't end up on the wrong side of this economic turmoil that's now upon us. So with that, again, like I said, sign up for the link. Take the courses. Grab that link down there underneath this video. And we'll see you guys in this movement. It's not a company. This is a movement. So with that, all right, you guys. Peace.